Chris Jackson from the EMCC. A question on innovation. So M&S is touted as one of the best examples of continuous innovation over the last 100 years. Where does it come from? People, structure, and how do you sustain it?
It comes from the culture of the business and then the people in that culture to make it happen. But, M&S, it's been in the genes. The gentleman talked about genes earlier on. Some of it is in the genes. It's in about... M&S, when I went, I said at the very beginning, I think, that I was lucky to get M&S at the time, that it was really humming. And from the very chief executive or the chairman at that time, right the way through the business, we used to go into work on a Monday morning and we used to be breaking all records every week, and we beat ourselves senseless. This wasn't good enough. We could have sold more of that. We could have done this. This had too much sugar. That didn't have enough sugar. This was too salty. That was too expensive. We could have done this. You think, oh, for God's sake, if you're a bit sensitive, you shouldn't have been there, right? But what it bred was this competitive thing. The guys in the meat department wanted to do better than the guys in the fish department. The guys in the fish department wanted to do better than the guys in the banana department. The banana department wanted to do better than the knicker department. So, it was all sort of self-propagating. And that came from the culture and the leadership. But it really, really came, I suppose, from one man who set the sort of thing rolling, and that was Simon Marks. I was unfashionably chairman and chief executive of M&S for 2 years. He was very fashionably at the time chairman and chief executive for 46 years. He was a tyrant. He was a genius. He was, charismatic. He was irritating, and he died whilst bollocking a blouse buyer after lunch in Baker Street. But, but presumably he was happy, right? And he built that business, and and they still haven't killed it. The business is still a very innovative business. He did. That's what he died of. He went to lunch and shouted at the blouse buyer and dropped dead. I won't tell you what he said. It's too rude, but...